Duane Brown was battered by Micah Parsons all game long in week 2, but for me, the bigger concern was Nathaniel Hackett's game plan. So let's take a look at the All-22 and I'll show you why I need more from the Jets OC. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and we are back in the film room with another All-22 breakdown, and today we're going to focus in on how the Jets' offensive line struggled against Micah Parsons. But the bigger picture takeaway for me, even more so than Duane Brown's performance, was the lack of game plan from Nathaniel Hackett. Parsons had 27 pass rush reps in this game. 14 of those, over 50%, were one-on-one on an island against Duane Brown, a 39-year-old declining tackle. That is not the best plan to shut down one of the best players in the NFL. Here's what the tape says. First rep is a great example. Zach Wilson out of shotgun, Parsons on the left-hand side of your screen, but you'll see the back is aligned to the right. There is no inline tight end. It is just mano a mano against Duane Brown. This is the outcome. What a surprise. Big swim to the inside, and Zach doesn't even have time to get to his second read. This is pressure in 1.5 seconds. Hackett said he was surprised about how quickly Parsons impacted the short passing game. I'm not sure how he didn't see that on tape. From a blocking perspective and technique, Duane Brown here, the mistake he makes, look how early he bails out and opens up that hip. He is parallel to the sideline. That just tells Micah Parsons, come to my inside shoulder, beat me through the gate. And he does exactly that. Look, this was a really poor game from Duane Brown, but I was terrified by the plan put in place by Nathaniel Hackett. Now to compound it, Duane Brown's out for 4 weeks on the IR, so the Jets need to find a solution. But they need to help their tackles. I mean, Jeremy Ruckert is a really good blocking tight end. Michael Carter can do that. Breece Hall, give some chips. There was nothing against the Cowboys. I wish I could tell you that Nathaniel Hackett saw what was happening. Duane Brown getting beaten like a drum, and he adapted. He adjusted. But I'd be lying to you. Here's another rep. Once again, it is Duane Brown on an island against number 11. He just got beaten to the inside. This time, Micah Parsons just zooms around the outside with a little rip. And again, Zach Wilson doesn't even have the time and space in the pocket to get to his second read, which is the check down. In saying that, Zach does a great job getting rid of this football quickly, finding a little passing lane and sidearming this ball to Breece Hall, which he dropped again, unfortunately. But how can you play quarterback in the NFL when you have this kind of pressure from the edge from one of the best players in the NFL, but your OC refuses to give him help? I sat there on Sunday and I was scratching my head. I didn't understand it. He needs to do better. This was a bad day from Nathaniel Hackett. Once again, as we fly through these plays, I want you to focus on the offensive formations the Jets are rolling out there. Left-hand side of your screen, there is the matchup between Brown and Parsons. Is there a tight end there attached as a Y? No. Is the back aligned to the left-hand side of Zach Wilson? No. It is very predictable. Passing situation. Go and block him. One-on-one. Do your best, Duane. Again, look at the outcome. Zach Wilson getting pressured and having to bail from the pocket. Now, you know I had to put this play in the review because this is a dime from Zach Wilson. We talked about it in more depth yesterday in the Zach Wilson video. If you haven't watched it, make sure you go and check it out. But he shouldn't be forced to be flushed from the pocket and have to step up and slide, all because his left tackle is on an island with the best player in the NFL potentially. Like this isn't good enough for me. There are so many ways around this as a coach, whether it's chipping with the backs. I've already mentioned some of the blocking options the Jets have from the tight end position. Tyler Conklin at Minnesota had the most pass blocking reps in the NFL from the tight end position in 2021. Hasn't featured in that capacity for the Jets. I just think they need to figure this out and figure it out quickly. But now let's fast forward to this play. Micah Parsons one-on-one with Brown again, but this time Duane doesn't pick up the stunt, doesn't identify it, and you get this double DT twist and he just comes in and mauls Zach Wilson. They weren't prepared for anything. Any of the Cowboys' fronts, any of the little protection slides. I didn't like what the New York Jets offered. I don't like the communication here from Duane Brown. I don't like the footwork. They just looked completely unprepared as a unit, and that is terrifying because, as I've said, the Cowboys have one of the best defenses in the NFL, And Micah Parsons might be the best, most explosive pass rusher in the NFL, but they just kept putting Duane Brown in these kind of situations. It was a no-win for him. I almost felt bad for him. He was thrown to the wolves, but I felt even worse for Zach Wilson because he was just destroyed by number 11 all game long. Really nice from Micah Parsons, but just no answers from the Jets. And the last play we're going to look at in today's review really emphasizes that it wasn't just Duane Brown that was put in a tough spot by the Jets OC. This time it's Connor McGovern. You can see he's isolated here one-on-one on the interior against Micah Parsons as a stand-up linebacker. This is a mismatch. As we let this roll, you can see Parsons just toying with him. Jab step, and then the speed to blow straight past him, flush Wilson from the pocket, and Zach throws a poor interception. Now in yesterday's video, he was getting roasted in the comments here, Connor McGovern. People saying he was disgraceful, Tippmann should start. I get it, but I'm going to defend him for just a moment. Look at this protection from Hackett and the Jets. Remember, Parsons, one of the best players in the NFL, one-on-one with the center. Look at the movement of the left and right guard. They both kick out and double-team the defensive tackles. Are you telling me we're more concerned with the defensive tackles than we are one of the best players in the NFL being isolated one-on-one in a mismatch against our center, and that's what happens as a result? I just don't understand this. I don't know why they have the left guard here, Laken Tomlinson, sliding to the left-hand side. You need to do everything you can to take away the opponent's best player, and Hackett showed no want to do this. Look, McGovern gets beaten all ends up, but I promise you there's maybe 3 centers in the NFL, Kelsey, that could handle this type of rep against Micah Parsons. You have to put your players in better spots, and Nathaniel Hackett just completely failed at it. He has to be better against the New England Patriots. So guys, there's a little insight into why the Jets offensive line stunk it up so badly against the Cowboys, and in particular Micah Parsons. I wanted to show you that it's more than just the Jimmies and Joes. The X's and O's were not good enough from the Jets coaching staff.